My name is David McInnis. I'm Professor of Shakespeare and Early Modern Drama here at the University of Melbourne. I have a particular interest in theatre history from the 1590s and the 1600s, and I work on lost plays, amongst other things. The Being Human Festival is a wonderful, unique event where we can share scholarly research with the general public through non-traditional means. So not lectures, not the sorts of formal academic activities that we do on a day-to-day basis, but thinking more creatively about ways to enthuse people about the wonderful things we get to study and to share that with people beyond the university campus. I've had a lot of fun working with the Being Human Festival for the Faculty of Arts. I've had a tour of the stained glass windows at Trinity College here on campus. They have some 19th century amazing lead light images of Shakespeare and his characters. I've also created a walking tour of Melbourne that focuses on all the different Shakespeare sites of interest around town. I don't think people fully appreciate just how much Shakespeare is present as we walk the streets of Melbourne. The most recent thing I did for Being Human was the Play in the Day festival with Bell Shakespeare, which is an ongoing tradition they have of preparing a play from scratch in just one day. The actors receive their script at the start of the day, and then we workshop it several times and do a stage reading by the end of the day. And on this instance, we produced a play called Arden of Faversham, which lurks at the periphery of the Shakespeare canon. A number of scholars, especially from this part of the world, suggest strongly that Shakespeare co-authored this play. And this is a really neat opportunity to be freed from a lot of the shackles of going to a very elitist venue and needing to understand Shakespeare, and instead just hearing it in a very rough and raw way from the actors reading it for the first time on stage. And for us to hear as an audience which parts sound Shakespearean, which parts suddenly ring true or give us new insights. It's a great deal of fun to explore that, to go on a journey together. I think it's so important for the university and for our partners in industry to get together, to partner, especially where there's actually an organic alignment of values. The thing that Bell and the Faculty of Arts has in common is this commitment to making Shakespeare accessible, bringing it to the masses. Shakespeare can be for anyone who wants to enjoy Shakespeare. It shouldn't be for everyone, it shouldn't be forced on people, but if you want him, he's there. And Bell sees that as an important part of their mission, the education, and so do we at the Faculty of Art. It's about making those opportunities available to everyone from all walks of life. To understand Shakespeare is to understand ourselves in many ways, because many of us have grown up reading Shakespeare or seeing Shakespeare, and even if we haven't, even if we've tried to actively avoid Shakespeare, the stories he tells are all around us. If we think about true love, we think of Romeo and Juliet. If we think of ambition, we think of Macbeth. If we think of mistaken identities, it's Comedy of Errors. It becomes part of our cultural currency, if you like. Shakespeare had a particular talent for capturing that human identity, that essence, that few, if any, other writers have managed to succeed him in. The humanities are so important to contemporary culture because they're the things that give us the skills to communicate with each other, to manage change, to learn, to adapt, and to grow as people. It tells us who we are, where we've come from, but also prepares us going forward.